Hello again, welcome to another live stream. Not going to be a very long one tonight. I've just been working on the Excel sheet, so the grid that I'm wanting to put together that I can then copy and paste values only, and then paste into the paint.net file. So the grid, I don't want to show it too much because I don't really want to have to go through and modify the locations of things again. But what I'm going to do is just zoom in a little bit and go through, just for example, a promissory note. So the intention is that if the priests of trade are out on these geopolitical moves with the adventurers, that anytime that there's anything that's portable loot, like whether that's stone, rubble, or whether that's well, there could be weapons caches from the Civil War. There could be, anything of value while they're traveling can be nailed. So, what my intentions are is that there may be simple loot drops that when you've got a movement, when you select a movement card, that it may come up with, that there's no result, that you can move from A to B, but there may also be ones that, in addition to the movement from A to B, it also says that you found loot. Now, the thing is, I'm going to have to create a story to go along with the loot. Now, I believe that I can quite easily achieve that by extrapolating and limiting numbers and things like that. Anyway, so I'm not sure if you can see the same sort of layout that I've got before. So I'll put the coins in. I've got the calculator there. Now this one's around between 5,000 and 50,000 silver pieces. The promissory note is just a promissory note. It's not actual silver pieces. So effectively the way it would work is that the priest of trade would estimate the cost or estimate the value of the items that they find, and then offer do a deal. So you can see other ones here as well. There's deafness poison. There's earth elemental spirit cutters. Now, so this is the magic item allocation that I was talking about. So I've made it so that now the creatures have the magic side, getting tired. The magic item itself has like a built-in protection from the opposing element. So these cutters, for example, so the earth elemental spirit cutters, so that means that this pair of cutters has an earth elemental bound to it. The earth elemental will provide a sphere of protection for the wielder of these cutters. Now you look down the bottom here, and we've got across the bottom we've got no results. I'm going to F9, and you can see no results. F9 again, and you can now see that there are 2 results. So I'm going to, I have a calculation in there that is basically making it so it's progressively more and more rare for certain objects to, for certain items to appear on the calculation. Anyway, title deeds. So one of the encounters that I'm wanting people to face is that they'll find a ruin. So when they find the ruin, it might be that there's an additional loot drawer. It may be that there's there's just the ruin itself can be found. Excuse me. Oh. But the thing is, unless you have a title deed to it, then you can occupy it and you can rebuild it and all those wonderful things. But then if somebody finds the title deed to the dwelling that you've just rebuilt, well, they own the building, even if you've invested time and energy in its construction. So anyway, moving along, the elementals, they've effectively now had their skill, their powers significantly reduced. So yes, they aren't anywhere near as powerful. However, I'm also going to introduce the ability for magic items to not drain, but the thing is to share in. So, say for example, a greater elemental was basically destroyed by the party of adventurers. That could be that I go through all of the magic items that effectively decide on which ones have picked up the different skills. So, when the elemental creature is destroyed, then all of its powers are effectively absorbed by the closest elemental. So people want to be in on it so they can receive the reward. But some of them are quite nasty in terms of like the difficulty rank and things like this. Anyway, so I just wanted to show off how the grid looks. I don't want to give too much information about where, because I don't really want people to know how I've laid out. When laying this out is a pain in the neck, but as I've said previously, hopefully I'm only going to have to do it once, and then hopefully after that point it will be fine. Anyway, I'm going to be falling asleep soon, so I will leave it there. And so as you can see, there's ingredients, there are coins, there are the elementals, there's gemstone mines, things like this in addition. So there's plenty of options and plenty of loot to be had, and as discussed previously, taking it all to auction and auctioning off the title deeds, for example, can be quite lucrative. Excuse me. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, and if there's further information that people want, they can always check out renegadelarp.com, and if people want to call, ask me specific questions, or send me an email or text or whatever, then I'll hopefully be able to answer the questions even during the live stream. I should be able to do that as well. Anyway,